As we prepare for this graduation ceremony, for your safety and comfort, please be aware of the nearest exit. At this time, if you would, also ensure that your cellular phones are silenced. And if you need assistance at any time, please alert the nearest college employee. In order to maintain the dignity of this ceremony and to ensure each family has the ability to celebrate this special occasion with their graduate, please refrain from using any air horns or other noise-making devices as we call your graduate's name today. Thank you in advance for abiding by this request. Please rise as you are able for the national anthem performed by graduating music major Charity Tate.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated.
Well, good afternoon. On behalf of the faculty, staff, administration, Board of Visitors, Board of Trustees, and most importantly, on behalf of our student body, let me welcome each of you to the Spring 2022 Arkansas State University Beebe Commencement Exercises. I'm Jennifer Methvin, Chancellor at ASU-Beebe, and I'm honored to be here to share this day with faculty, staff, and graduates from across our campuses in Beebe, Heber Springs, Searcy, and the Little Rock Air Force Base. As we begin the ceremony, I am honored to introduce our platform party, which includes administrative personnel who provide leadership at our institution, and some of the very special board members who support and inspire us to greater success. As I introduce our dignitaries, please hold your applause until all have been introduced. From our Arkansas State University Board of Trustees, Ms. Christy Clark and Mr. Price Gardner. We're also joined by ASU-Beebe Board of Visitors member, Mr. Butch Rice. From our faculty and staff, Vice Chancellor for Academics, Dr. Jason Goodner. Vice Chancellor for Student Services, Dr. David Mays. Dean of the Division of Arts and Humanities, Teddy Davis. Assistant Professor of Communication and Theater, Mr. Ryan Gibbons. Faculty Senate President, Justin Allen. Staff Senate President, Stephanie Quick. Development Officer, Andrea Cole. Dr. Tim Bartlett, Associate Professor of Music. Dr. April Martin, our registrar, and our student speaker for this ceremony, Felicity Bolden. Please help me thank these folks for being with us today. Of course, each person here is an honored and special guest, and I thank you for being with us for this celebration. I am pleased to invite to the podium Ms. Christy Clark, Chair of the Arkansas State University System Board of Trustees, who will provide brief remarks. Ms. Clark will be followed by Butch Rice, past chair of the ASU-Beebe Board of Visitors, who will bring greetings on behalf of our Board of Visitors. Ms. Clark?
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Arkansas State University System, I am here this afternoon to celebrate this day with you, to congratulate you. We thank you for choosing Arkansas State University in Beebe, and we wish you the very best in all that you choose to do as you leave here today. We are honored to be a part of your special day.
Hello, graduates. We are finally here today. The Board of Visitors provides counsel and support to the administration of ASU-Beebe at all its locations. For example, our board recommended that all students that were graduating this year would receive A's. Obviously, that didn't happen, but we tried. We are here today to celebrate. But for some of you, this journey was not easy. For some, it was. But no matter your situation, we are celebrating your accomplishments that you have done. But before we do that, let's think about the journey. Let's think about how you got here today. Was it your family member, your aunt, your uncle, a friend, a high school teacher, a counselor? No matter who it was, I think we owe them all a round of applause. And if you would, please, with me, give that applause to them now. Graduates from the Board of Visitors, we congratulate you on this journey, and may God bless you all.
Thank you, Ms. Clark and Mr. Rice. Graduates, I stand here this afternoon extremely optimistic about you, your future, and about the positive impact that you will have on the world in which we live. First of all, you made it. You're now an ASU-Beebe alum. That makes you a unique person, in case you didn't know. Many students attempt higher education, but fewer students commit themselves to the time, focus, and work that it takes to complete a credential. However, you dedicated yourselves to the task and you accomplished your goal. You have proven that you have a strong work ethic. Congratulations. Your determination makes me optimistic about your future. I have to tell you that I think you've been very lucky to have the faculty and staff of the campuses of ASU-Beebe in your lives. They work hard with you both inside and outside the classroom and create unique learning experiences that are second to none in our nation. So if you agree, please join me in thanking your faculty and staff. As you exit our doors to take your next steps, I challenge you to continue to be vanguard. Dare to be a leader, dare to help others, keep yourself and others moving forward. Transform the lives of those through your profession and through your life. Graduates, on behalf of everyone in this room, thank you for inviting us into your lives and allowing us to share a portion of your educational journey. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce our Vice Chancellor for Academics, Dr. Jason Goodner.
Thank you, Chancellor. On behalf of the faculty and staff of ASU-Beebe, it is my honor to introduce this commencement's student speaker, Felicity Bolden. Felicity is from Searcy, Arkansas, and is a first-generation residential student. She maintained a perfect 4.0 GPA every semester while attending ASU-Beebe. Felicity is an active member of the theater program, the Uncharted student-led publishing studio, the TRIO Leadership Council, the Student Government Senate, and our residential community. Recently, she was recognized as a recipient of the ASU-Beebe Citizenship Award, the highest honor awarded to a student at the college. Once she completes her Associate of Fine Arts degree, Felicity plans to transfer to ASU Jonesboro to complete her undergraduate studies in film and psychology. Please welcome Felicity to the podium.
To members of the board, Dr. Methvin, Dr. Goodner, Dean Davis, faculty, staff, and most importantly, my fellow graduates, good afternoon. Today is an exciting and monumental moment for us. It is the moment that we have arrived at and can finally say that we did it. Or almost. Some of us still have finals to take, but that's a discussion for another time. At the beginning of fall 2021, I didn't know what astonishing events lay ahead of me. I did not expect to partake in the magic of the class of 2022. I did not have a traditional experience here at ASU-Beebe, and I know that many of us haven't. But what is traditional? We are a class who has faced great difficulty and massive change. I feel incredibly privileged to speak before the exceptional arts and humanities graduates today. To some, ASU-Beebe may seem like a typical two-year college. We go to class, we take a few tests, and then we graduate. What some would be surprised to know is that if you hang around long enough, there are many gems waiting to be discovered. With everything that has unraveled before us over the past 2 years, we can confidently say that what we have accomplished is nothing short of extraordinary. What I have learned during my time here as a student is that no contribution is ever too small, nor is it insignificant. A simple smile or a personal favorite, "Hey girl," from Miss Dunn, Miss Gloria, or Miss Lou while passing through the cafeteria can instantly uplift your mood. Impactful reflections of the past told by Frank have never gone unnoticed. Neither will the helpful guidance of mentors such as Miss Jennifer from Trio. These simple moments and interactions made all the difference in the overall experience at ASU-Beebe. Not only has the faculty played a significant role in positively influencing the university, but so have we. As graduates, we have played a vital role in shaping the institution into what it has become today, whether it be our academic contributions, our involvement on campus, or the camaraderie we've built. We have so much to be proud of. When people counted us out, we counted ourselves in. There are no caps on our ceilings. In fact, there are no ceilings, only skies. Understand that we are leaving the university a better place than we found it. We've been put to the test and stretched well beyond our limits, but it has only made us stronger. Voyaging on untraveled roads has led us all to a destination far greater than we could have ever imagined. Due to unprecedented disruptions, many of us have suffered significant loss that can never be regained. But it is important to remember that what we have lost is not greater than what we have to gain. We have a future that we get to mold as we wish. As a class of initiators, trailblazers, and survivors, we most certainly know how to forge new pathways where they did not exist. So there is no doubt in my mind that we will design the future as we see fit. As a member of the class of 2020, I enjoyed observing the way we took ownership of our vanguard experience. Sometimes we played more than we worked, sometimes we worked more than we played, and that is okay. We still arrived at a promising destination all the same. In the iconic words of Mr. Gibbons, the most valuable advice I could give you is to take a risk. So take a risk on yourself, take a risk on the people around you. You never know what is waiting on the other side. It could be either a reward or it could be a lesson. Understand the value of community as well as alone time. They are equally important. Surround yourself with people who will pour into your cup and look after one another. I will always remember Mrs. Hope's enthusiastic words of encouragement such as fantastic, beautiful, wonderful, and of course, Jason's frequent, "Do you know what I like about you?" Or his favorite request to say his favorite line in our town. "I'll come up there and slap the both of you. That's what I'll do." As you continue on to your next endeavor, don't be afraid to ask for help. That is what your community is there for. Go out and try new things. Do something your future self will be proud of. Yes, the work will be hard, but do it anyway. Put the work in, even if you feel as if it's going unnoticed, and commit to the process. It is important to surround yourself with people who recognize the fire within you and add to it rather than kill your flame. Burn wildly, class of 2022. Burn brightly, and most importantly, burn authentically. One thing I learned as a theater major is to not wait for anyone to give you permission to be yourself. Validate yourself and watch how the world responds to the greatness within you. Don't wait for the perfect moment to arrive because you'll be waiting forever. You'll soon realize that you were only waiting on yourself to arrive. If need be, shift your perspective and shift it again. Don't be afraid to take a break. In fact, I encourage you to take plenty. Now is a time of celebration. Celebrate how you see fit. There's nothing else left to do but to believe in your ability to fall and rise again. When you feel like you don't have the answers, remember that it is okay to not know what to expect. Look within yourself, take the time you need, and soon enough you will know what to do. Take a look to the left and take a look to the right. What do you see? I see a very special Vanguard community who has provided us all with the love, compassion, discipline, and values we need to charge ahead in an uncertain future that we are more than prepared for. It has been a continuous cycle of growth, lessons, compassion, and tenacity. It is okay to close this cycle out because we did it. It's time to start anew. There's a special brilliance burning inside each and every one of us. Give yourself a round of applause. Don't forget to thank your family and community who has helped shape us into who we are today. If you ever feel defeated, remember what you have accomplished over the past 2 years. You failed, you got back up, and you accomplished a great feat. Remember that you are a generation built to last.
Thank you, Felicity, for your words of encouragement and sharing a little bit about your journey here at ASU-Beebe. On behalf of the faculty and staff and students, we'd like to present you a token of our appreciation for serving as our commencement speaker. At this time, I invite our Vice Chancellor, Dr. David Mays, Vice Chancellor for Student Services, Dr. David Mays, to the podium.
This semester, ASU-Beebe is conferring 450 awards across all campuses, including 77 Associate of Applied Science degrees, 3 Associate of Arts degrees, 17 Associate of Fine Arts degrees, 11 Associate of General Studies degrees, 198 Associate of Science degrees, 66 certificates of proficiency, 65 technical certificates, and 13 GEDs. Candidates are listed in the program in alphabetical order under the award categories. Every candidate has worked hard to earn the awards they will receive, and we would like to recognize those who have earned awards of distinction during their time at ASU-Beebe. The following students are indicated in your program: Students who have earned a grade point average of 3.75 or higher, Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society students, and honors program students. You will notice many candidates are wearing one or more cords of distinction. The colors of the cords indicate their affiliation. Blue and gold cords signify members of the National Honor Society, Phi Theta Kappa. Gold cords signify members of the Honor Society, Gamma Beta Phi. White and purple cords signify members of the National Vocational and Technical Honor Society. Red and blue cords signify ASU-Beebe Leadership Scholars. White and light blue cords signify members of the National Residence Hall Honor Society. Red, white, and blue cords indicate active duty military service or veteran status. Gray and silver cords are for graduates of the Vet Tech program. White sashes are for graduates of the Practical Nursing program. Red and white cords indicate graduates who participated in the TRIO program. And students wearing medals with red ribbons are members of the Future Educators Club. And students wearing medals with white ribbons place first, second, or third in the Skills USA competition. And now I would like to invite Dr. Goodner back to the podium for the presentation of candidates.
And now the moment we've been waiting for. Will the spring of 2022 graduating class please rise? Chancellor Methvin, the faculty are in the process of recording grades and carefully examining the accomplishments of the spring 2022 graduating class. At this time, it appears the final auditing of the academic records will confirm that each eligible member of the class has completed the requirements and met the standards of the Arkansas Department of Higher Education and the Arkansas State University System Board of Trustees. Therefore, it is with great pride that they present them to you and unanimously recommends that the appropriate certificates and degrees be conferred.
Thank you, Dr. Goodner. By the authority vested in me by the Arkansas Department of Higher Education and the Arkansas State University System Board of Trustees, and pending final review of records, it is my honor to confer upon each of you the technical certificate, Certificate of Proficiency, Associate of Applied Science, Associate of Arts, Associate of Fine Arts, Associate of General Studies, and Associate of Science as pertains to each, with all of their rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. Congratulations, graduates. I can't wait to greet you.
Graduates who are in the first two rows, I will invite you to remain standing. If you're in the back couple of rows, you can go ahead and have a seat until they come and call your row. At this time, we will begin the awarding of degrees and certificates. Receiving an Associate of Fine Arts in Music, Charity Faith Tate. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Early Childhood Education, Veronica Ramos. Receiving an Associate of Science in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Natasha Manser. Receiving an Associate of Science in Education, Joel Byer. Receiving an Associate of Science, Liberal Arts and Sciences, Ariana N. Woods. Receiving an Associate of Fine Arts in Theater, Felicity Amore Bolden. Receiving an Associate of Science, Liberal Arts and Sciences, Savannah Watkins. Receiving an Associate of Science in Health Sciences, as well as an Associate of Science, Liberal Arts and Sciences, Savannah Rashay Adams. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Early Childhood Education, Danielle Catlett. Receiving an Associate of Science, Liberal Arts and Sciences, Arnetta K. Jones. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Early Childhood Education, Amber Nevels. Receiving an Associate of Science in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Catherine Lyle. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Early Childhood Education, Asia Latrice Nevels. Congrats. Receiving an Associate of Fine Arts in Graphic Design, Nova Morrison. Receiving an Associate of Science, Liberal Arts and Sciences degree, Micah Looney. Receiving an Associate of Fine Arts degree in Theater, Hannah Elaine Miller. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Early Childhood Education degree, Bailey Stewart. Receiving an Associate of Science Education degree, Adriana Kaufman. Receiving an Associate of Fine Arts in Theater degree, Grant Reed Donovan. Receiving an Associate of Science degree in Education, Catherine Larson. Receiving an Associate of Science in Education, Matthew G. Camp. Receiving an Associate of Science, Liberal Arts and Sciences degree, Aaron Hulsey. Receiving an Associate of Science in Education, Rachel Lee Vickers. Receiving an Associate of Science in Education, Lakin Butler. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Early Childhood Education, Caitlin Williams. Receiving an Associate of Science, Liberal Arts and Sciences degree, Ryan Michael Mahoney. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Early Childhood Education, Sarah Key. Receiving an Associate of Science, Liberal Arts and Sciences degree, Savannah Decker. Receiving an Associate of Science, Liberal Arts and Sciences degree, Abigail Elizabeth Rhodes. Receiving an Associate of Fine Arts in Theater degree, Daniel Renaud. Proud of everybody. Receiving an Associate of Fine Arts in Music, Christian Parker Deacon Henderson. Receiving an Associate of Science, Liberal Arts and Sciences degree, Aaron Noble. Receiving an Associate of General Studies, Nathan Troy Hefner. Receiving an Associate of General Studies, Allison Evans. Receiving an Associate of Fine Arts and Theater, William Alexander Orvis. Love you. Receiving an Associates of Fine Arts and Theater, Andrew Preston Cheatham. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science and Early Childhood Education, Tisha C. Gibbs. You got two. You got to wait just a minute. Receiving an Associate of Science, Liberal Arts and Sciences, as well as an Associate of Science in Health Sciences, Kadra Brown. Receiving an Associate of Science, Liberal Arts and Sciences degree, Nadia Bradshaw. Receiving an Associate of Science in Education, Crystal Gale Pence. Receiving an Associate of Science, Liberal Arts and Sciences degree, Madison Lynn MacArthur. Receiving an Associate of Science in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Sandra Megan Books. Oof. Receiving an Associate of Fine Arts degree in Theater, Skylar Rayana Turney. Receiving an Associate of Science in Education, Carissa Dawson. Receiving an Associate of Science in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Dominique Lachey McCoy. Receiving an Associate of Science in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Savannah Grace Brinkley. As our final graduates make their ways back to their seats, graduates, I would, sorry, Chancellor. That completes the awards. Will all the graduates please rise?
Graduates, please face your family, friends, and faculty. When you processed in this afternoon, you wore your tassel on the right, signifying your candidacy for graduation. Now, in keeping with the time-honored tradition of the Academy and the symbolic gesture of crossing your hearts, you may move your tassel from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Spring 2022 graduating class of ASU-Beebe. Faculty, you are dismissed to prepare to meet your graduates. I ask everyone else to please be seated. I have one more little important thing to do. At this time, I invite Development Officer Andrea Cole to the podium to induct our graduates into the ASU-Beebe Alumni Association. Ms. Cole?
Graduates of the class of spring 2022, in just a moment, it will be my privilege and my responsibility to induct you as new graduates into the Alumni Association of Arkansas State University Beebe. First, let me say that ASU-Beebe is the oldest community college in the state, and since 1927, thousands of graduates have earned certificates and degrees from this college. Though our graduates come from diverse backgrounds across a history of nearly 100 years, your educational experiences at ASU-Beebe connect you through your common goals. As the Alumni Association continues to grow, as each graduating class joins our ranks, the successes you will share continue to make a difference in our communities, in Arkansas, and throughout the nation. We hope you will always take great pride in your alma mater and that you will always be ready to give Arkansas State University Beebe your complete and active support. I encourage you to take advantage of your new alumni status, visit our campuses often, mentor and encourage other students, take great pride in your future journey while giving back to ASU-Beebe. You have earned that privilege. And now I would like one final chance for you to stand up. As a 1998 graduate and charter member of the Alumni Association, I'm pleased to welcome you into membership in the Arkansas State University Alumni Association.
Family and friends, will you please rise for our recessional? At this time, the ushers will lead our graduates and their guests in our recessional into the grand tradition of the ASU-Beebe Faculty Celebration Tunnel. Though you will not be able to re-enter this gymnasium, we encourage you to enjoy our beautiful campus and celebrate as long as you like. There are a number of great places to take photos, including the arch. Remember the arch? And maybe in front of a sign about you that might have a misspelling in it. Some of you know what I'm talking about. There are a number of great places to take photos. Thank you for sharing this wonderful day with us.